morning. I'm gonna get myself ready for the day and we're gonna chat for a little bit, but I'm also sharing our grocery haul that I got this week. We just got back from Disney yesterday, so I needed to place an order for some meals for the week and just some things that we needed until next week, like a normal week. So I'm gonna share that too, and probably just go ahead and also share what I'm doing for lunches the rest of the week as well. I'm not necessarily meal prepping, but I did I guess prep for some things that I'm gonna, or for what I'm doing for lunches as well, to get me back on track after our Disney trip. But I'm gonna get myself ready for the day. If you guys saw my last video, I had shared that my doctor put me on an antibiotic for just some things going on that I just after my loss back in the beginning of January. She put me on an antibiotic, and I shared that I was like, I think it's really helping my skin, the redness, breakouts, and then like I was having other things, like I was having a lot of spotting when I shouldn't have been, and just different things. And I'm not so sure now. I'm done with the antibiotic. I've been done for a few days, and I'm honestly not so sure that it did help. I think this is like a hormonal breakout, but as far as helping with everything else, I'm still not so sure about that. I guess we'll see over the next few weeks how my skin does, but it definitely didn't help with the redness, which I thought it kind of was, but it definitely didn't. So we went on a 4-night Disney trip, which is a little shorter than we typically go to Disney. We always drive to Disney. Flights for my family it'd just be so expensive, so we just save that money and drive. I drove about half the way, and my sister-in-law Madison drove about half the way. Ethan didn't go on the trip. He stayed back, and it was like a girls trip plus Callan. And so it really was not a bad drive though. Like, it was not bad at all. And we went for 4 nights. We typically, the past couple of times we went to Disney, we go for a whole week and just make the drive worth it. But we knew that we weren't going to do that this time, just Disney's so expensive in general, and so we decided not to. And if y'all, I did a Q&A not long ago, a Q&A with Ethan a couple months ago, and one of the questions was, when are you planning another Disney trip? And I said in that Q&A that we have no plans to go back to Disney. We don't have anything planned, and we really didn't. We didn't have any plans to go back to Disney, especially this year. No plans at all, and it just kind of came up as like a last minute trip that we decided to do for spring break. I wanted to take my kids on a spring break trip. I don't know what our summer may look like as far as traveling, and if we'll travel and just different things. And I decided, well, let's go ahead and do something for spring break, because we don't know what summer may look like. So that's what we did. We decided to go to Disney, and I kind of brought up the idea to Madison, my sister-in-law, and she was like all for it. I'm like, do you want to do like a spring break trip? And she was like all for going to Disney. She loves Disney. So my mother-in-law came as well, and it was just a really good trip. I got a new foundation a couple weeks ago while it was on sale at Ulta for their beauty sale, the Lancome, and I think my skin right now after Disney, I just feel puffy and different things. I think I do like it. Just right now I'm like, I don't know, my skin's just not doing what I want it to do, and applying like I want it to do. But we went to 3 different parks. We went to Magic Kingdom the first day. So when we first got to Disney, we unpacked. We rode on the Skyliner and just kind of took a trip around. Cal was so excited to go on the Skyliner. He was able to see it from our room. We stayed at the Art of Animation Resort, which is our first time, or mine and the kids' first time staying there. Everybody's first time staying there except for Madison. She was there last year at Art of Animation for a few nights, and we did a Finding Nemo suite, and it was super nice. It was actually really convenient to everything. It was super close to the Skyliner, which is always really convenient to be able to be like right there at it. And it was also really close to like food, like the lobby. It was like right outside of the pool area. So it was definitely like the best spot, to the best rooms to be in as far as convenience. The rooms were really nice and plenty big enough for who was going, and we really enjoyed staying there. So after we rode on the Skyliner that night, we ended up going, we just ended up eating in our food court and exploring the resort for a little bit. The resort's super colorful, and there's like all kinds of like, there's like a Cars theme. We were able to see some of the cars. We were able to see like the Little Mermaid stuff. So we just kind of explored the resort and kind of looked at all the different theming of the rooms like outside. It was just super nice, and we just really enjoyed that. And then we ended up eating at our resort that night. And then we woke up the next morning, and my biggest tip on Disney, if you're going to Disney, if you need any Disney tips, is to rope drop. I think rope dropping makes the biggest difference, because you find one ride that you want to rope drop that you know you may not get a Genie Plus for. My two biggest tips: rope drop and also Genie Plus, which stinks because it's an added expense, but it's so worth it, especially if you're going with smaller kids. I couldn't imagine the lines, waiting in lines with smaller kids at how long the lines are. I mean, especially this week, it was crowded. It was definitely doable, but even on a non like holiday, spring break or whatever, Disney's always going to be crowded and always going to have long lines. Even in January, at one of the best times to go that I've heard, it's still crowded and lots of lines, longer lines. So my biggest tip is rope drop a ride that you know is going to get really full. So what we did, our first day we went to Magic Kingdom, we rope dropped. And when I say rope drop, get there early, like earlier than park opening. And then we rope dropped Space Mountain, and then we got a Genie Plus for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which a lot of people rope drop that one because it's like very popular. So we ended up getting a Genie Plus for that. And then by 10 o'clock a.m. we were able to ride so many things that day. All of like the smaller rides, we were able to do like so many different things. So we were very happy with what we were able to do during those first few hours after we rope dropped. We were able to do so much, and then the things we weren't able to, we just did a Genie Plus for, and it was just so nice. The next day we went to Hollywood Studios. We rope dropped Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad. We were able to get pretty much right on, and then we did a Genie Plus for everything else, and we bought a Lightning Lane for Riser of the Resistance, and we were able to do everything at Hollywood Studios. We even went back for a midday break that day. We ended up not doing the fireworks at Magic Kingdom because we ended up, I think we should have took a midday break. It was a little tougher, especially not having like Ethan there and having the extra help that we normally have. Cal was very tired, and it was just too much to stay for the fireworks that night and then try to beat the crowds back to our resort in a timely manner. So we skipped the fireworks, which really stinks, but it was okay. And then we were able to do everything at Hollywood Studios. We went back for a midday break, went back and rode everything, and we even did Fantasmic that night. And also at Hollywood Studios, we ended up doing Woody's Roundup Barbecue, and it came out, I think, last year. It was after our trip last year. We weren't able to, it wasn't even ready. It wasn't even open last year when we went. And once it opened, and I just knew next time we went to Disney, I wanted to do that with the kids because we're big Toy Story fans. It was really good food and a really good experience, so I definitely recommend that. And then the next day we went to Epcot. Epcot definitely seemed like the most busy day. It was Monday, and I think all the crowds were there for spring break. It definitely seemed the most busy. We rope dropped Remy's Ratatouille. It was a really long line to rope drop, even getting there way before the park opened. But we literally like went through the line, never stopped moving, and eventually got on, and we waited maybe 15 minutes. And that was a really good one to rope drop because it's right off the Skyliner basically. And then we ended up we did everything else at Epcot that we wanted to except for Test Track. It sold out on Genie Plus before we were, or it got gone on Genie Plus before we were able to do that. We did everything else, and it was just such a good time. And I just wanted to share a little bit about our trip. I'm gonna finish getting ready. I've still got all my makeup in my makeup travel bag. So I'm gonna finish getting ready. I wore makeup one day at Disney. It was to Magic Kingdom. And honestly, and after that I didn't, because my makeup melts off. It is like by midday, it does not look good. Like I wished I would have not worn makeup at all. I'm just the person that when I do things like going to Disney, like there's so many people that are there and they're so cute with their hair done, their makeup done, and they look so nice. And for me, it's just not realistic. Mine just melts off. My hair in Florida frizzes up so bad that I tried to wear my hair down one day and I just had to throw it up within like an hour because it was so frizzy. So that's just not me at Disney. Like no makeup, throw my hair up, I'm good to go. Overall though, it really was such a good trip. We done everything that we wanted to do, even at one of the busiest times of the year, spring break, the week of Easter, the week after Easter, even at the busiest time of the year. And I had so many people tell me like, do not go to Disney on spring break. Like, it is so crowded. But I can honestly say we had a really good time, even with, I guess, a little more crowded than normal. Honestly, when we go in January, I can't tell a big difference. But we enjoyed our time so much. We did pretty much everything we wanted to do. It was just such a good time. The kids had a blast, and I'm very proud of us for everything we conquered, especially without our husbands there to help with strollers and folding up strollers for the Skyliner and buses. And that was a really hard part, doing all that and with the kids. But it really was just the best time. And I would totally do it on spring break again, honestly, because I think if you go to Disney, you need to research all the good tips on prioritizing your time. There's like different strategies to Disney, and I definitely highly recommend, number one, going through a Disney planner, and number two, researching everything as far as Disney Plus and rope dropping and the best things to do at rope drop and all the things. There's a lot of different things to it to do it, I guess I would say, the right way, and to get you everything, to get the most out of your time. So it really was such a fun trip, and I would definitely go back at spring break again, even with the crowds. All right, I ended up changing and throwing my hair up because my hair is not wanting to do anything today. I spent so much time trying to curl it, and it's just, there's just some days my hair does not cooperate. So stayed up for the day. We're gonna head out. The kids are supposed to be getting their clothes on right now, and we're gonna go to Walmart and grab some groceries. I need to clean out my fridge, get my pantry a little more organized. I really need to get all that done before we leave, but probably gonna go ahead and grab them because they're ready. Come home, clean everything out. I'll share our meal plan with y'all. I got just a few simple things that I'm gonna be making for meals this week, especially, it's already Wednesday, so just a few simple things. And I might go ahead and put something on for, I've got one Crockpot meal, one or two, I think just one Crockpot meal that I'll probably go ahead and stick on for dinner tonight. We might have that for dinner. I'm trying to decide which one we'll have. And then get everything restocked for the rest of the week. We just got home. I cleaned this out before I left, so I took everything out and wiped everything down. I also started taking, I had these labeled for a long time. Oh, I just realized I left that one on. I thought I took all these off, and then I started on these, and these are really hard to get off, so I had to take a break to go get this stuff, but I still need to get this one as well. But I got this cleaned out. Whenever we went to Disney, I threw my starter in the fridge. I fed it and then put it in the fridge, so probably need to get that back out and try to revive that, or whatever you call it. But I got that cleaned out, and then we went and grabbed our groceries. So for dinners this week, I think tonight I'm gonna throw some Crockpot chicken and gravy in. That sounds pretty good. And then we're also gonna do chicken Alfredo one day, and I just realized that I forgot my zucchini noodles that I always do with that. And then another day we're gonna do one more thing, if I can think of what it is. Burger bowls. I have some burgers some ground beef in the freezer that I'm gonna take out, and we're gonna do burgers / I'm gonna do a burger bowl this week when we do that. I didn't get a ton of things. I just got a lot of things to last us for the rest of the week, and we still had a good many snacks from Disney, so I kind of kept those. I was like, we don't need a ton of snacks, and so kind of got stuff to last for the rest of the week, and things where we're not eating out every day the rest of this week as well, so that way I could cook some meals. So we've got Diet Sun Drops. We've also got 2 cans of cream of chicken soup and 2 of these chicken gravy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this on for tonight after I get done with this. I got some hazelnut spread. I got this roasted garlic Parmesan Alfredo sauce to go with our chicken Alfredo. This is in a new packaging. We were out of cinnamon sugar, so I grabbed more of that. We got these mandarin oranges. We also got some iceberg lettuce, grapes, 2 things of grape tomatoes, or cherry, yeah, grape tomatoes. I'm gonna do these to go with my lunches this week, also to go with my burger bowl. We also got some apple slices. I just got them already sliced, and some pineapples as well to make things easy after such a busy last several days. Bananas, turkey pepperoni, 2 of these yogurt tubes. We've got garlic bread to go with our chicken Alfredo. We've got some sweet peas to go with dinner, and also some yeast rolls, toaster strudels, French toast sticks, and waffles. We needed several breakfast things. Also got some Capri Suns, as well as some applesauce pouches, butter, 2 chicken breasts, 2 packages of chicken breasts, as well as some milk. That's the milk I drink with coffee. And we've also got just some whole milk. We're also going to be doing this to go with our chicken and gravy, just to make it really easy, and just put the Crockpot chicken and gravy over this. I got these for just sandwiches for the week, but also for my lunches. And then we've got some penne pasta. The kids have already dug into these smoothies. These are so good. These no sugar added bread and butter chips. I got those to go with my burger bowls, hamburger buns. We've got eggs. I've already opened this and made a couple slices of toast this morning. Just regular bread. This is really good. If y'all haven't tried the Sola bread, it is really great. And then I just got some cereal. I needed some more Q-tips, so I grabbed those. And then we also needed some magic erasers. So we've got some writing on our walls from Cal. And we realized last night when we tried to go get those cleaned up, we were out of magic erasers. So grab that for that reason. So I'm gonna throw everything, I'm gonna go ahead and restock everything, the things that I've got for the week. We've got the pantry restocked, and then we've also got the fridge restocked for the week. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our Crockpot dinner. I'm gonna take one of these out. I need about 2 pounds of chicken, which This is about that, so I'm gonna use all those. All right, I've got my crock pot. I'm gonna take all my chicken and stick it in the bottom. Next, in a separate bowl, I was gonna do this in the crock pot first, and then I forgot and started adding the chicken. So I'm gonna do it in a separate bowl. We're gonna do 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Also filled both those cans up with water. 2 packages of the chicken gravy mix. Now I'm just gonna add some garlic powder, some onion powder, and some black pepper. And I'm just gonna mix all this together and pour it over top. Pour in this whole mixture all over top. And then I'm just gonna kind of give this chicken a stir in here, and we're gonna cook this on low until dinner time. So probably about 5 or 6 hours. Crockpot meal's going. I thought I'd show y'all what I'm doing for lunches this week. Just so simple. I've got some turkey. I put a little bit of light mayo in it. Some lettuce. Oh, I meant to also add some deli mustard, just a little bit. And then I'm also gonna cut up some of these cherry tomatoes and stick these in here. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Now we're just gonna roll them up and just do like a couple turkey roll-ups as my little main course, the main part of my lunch. And then on the side, I'm just gonna add some of these bread and butter pickles, and I think I'm gonna do some kind of fruit, so I'm gonna grab that too. All right, some turkey roll-ups, some fruit, and some pickles. So this is what I'm gonna do for lunch over the next several days. My crockpot dinner cooked on low for about 4 to 5 hours, and then I went ahead and chopped it up just a little bit, not super fine, and I added some parsley flakes on top. I definitely could have added more than I did here, so I'd say I'd probably add a good bit. I think it would add some more flavor to it. And then I just did Bob Evans mashed potatoes, some peas, and I even did canned corn as well. It was a delicious dinner. I just did some mashed potatoes. I did the chicken over top of it and added some veggies with mine. I also did some rolls for everyone else, but I decided to skip out on those. And it was a delicious dinner, and it comes out to about 3 points per serving. But if you're on Weight Watchers, I always have to add that in because not everybody understands when I say that. If you've been around for long, you totally do. But hope you guys enjoyed coming along for my day, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.